Shalom, shalom, Asha Shabbat. May peace, serenity, and prosperity be multiplied unto you all. Kalala Yahweh ba Shema Mashek Yavasha Barakam Tawaraba Hadwaya. Asha Shabbat to JGD. I'm gonna give YouTube a moment for everybody to send or everybody to receive the appropriate notifications from YouTube. Bear with me. I'm gonna give a moment for that. And in the meantime, I'll go ahead and let you all do whatever you need to do to be in the appropriate spirit to receive this message. See, we're going to be talking about common transgressions. And with that being said, many people may get cut by this. But if you have any knowledge about how quick and powerful the word of Yah is, you will know that if you are cut by this message, meaning it makes you get into your feelings to a certain extent or all the way into your feelings, just know that whatever devil you have attached to you pertaining to whatever truth being brought out has been rattled. Therefore, you've been cut to let that wickedness get out of your vessel. That's the best way I can put it. So while I'm giving YouTube this moment to send the notifications out, I'm going to let y'all meditate or pray in silence to receive the Wawak Wadash, to receive this message as it's intended to be received. Let us begin. So we're going to start off in the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 16. And this is to address the common transgression of gossip. We know here, as it reads in Leviticus 19:16, thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer among thy people, neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor. I am Yahweh. So that gossip, that talebearing, right? Speaking about matters that don't pertain to you, about people that aren't around you at the time of you speaking on that matter, or it's just altogether not any of your business to be speaking on. The Most High says you should not go up and down as such a person that holds all of these secrets and all of these stories of other people and sharing it among your people, as we like to do. There's plenty of repercussions that go with that, and it's a main reason why a lot of people suffer what they suffer is because of this transgression of gossip talk. A prime example of why you shouldn't partake in gossip talk would be the celebrity by the name of Wendy Williams. I did a video about her several months ago. It may have been almost a year now, but it's in the archives. If you search the videos, you should find it. This celebrity by the name of Wendy Williams made her whole living off of gossip. And as we speak today, she's in a very bad position with her health. And I'll leave it at that. But she was known, her whole notoriety as a celebrity was having the quote unquote juicy gossip, having all of the quote unquote tea, as it's always described. She was rich and famous for gossiping. And now she's in a very bad position with her health. So if you want motivation as to why you shouldn't gossip and what can be a result of you gossiping, just look up the story of Wendy Williams. Continuing forward, what's another common transgression that is done today, willingly or unknowingly? Not honoring the elderly. We see this here in Leviticus chapter 19, verse 32. Thou shalt rise up before the hoary head and honor the face of the old man and fear thy Elohim. I am Yahweh. So Yahweh said we should have an instant level of respect for the elderly. Yeah, an instant level of respect. Now, don't get me wrong. There are elderly folks out here that are just plain up fools, right? They're plain straight up and down fools, and they are to be avoided. However, you must use wisdom in those situations. Don't allow yourself to be abused and misused by such a elderly fool. But that's not the case here as a common transgression. A common transgression is not having any regard for the elderly as far as offering that level of instant respect to them for being an elder, especially among the newer generations, right? They really don't understand that concept because we have failed them. Many of us have failed the younger generations in teaching them these values. Therefore, a lot of them are way worse than what we ever were. And JGD knows what's up. He knows what I'm talking about there. We have failed our younger generations just how the older generations failed us in our younger years. So it's like a continuous cycle, because that continuous cycle remains because we're not honoring the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High Elohim. That's why we see a continual degrade in moral and character among the generations after us. It's a continual degrade. Continuing forward here, what's another common transgression? Eating rare beef. Yeah, eating rare beef. Now, we're not talking about the unclean foods, because though that is a common transgression, you have many people who believe or who profess to be in the truth, yet they're still eating their clean foods raw, such as steak, more commonly eaten raw, right? Because they feel there's more taste with the blood still in there, or they feel it's more nutritional with the blood still in there. Well, the Most High says you're not supposed to eat blood at all. He says it here in Leviticus chapter 19, verses 26 through 29. Ye shall not eat anything with the blood, neither shall ye use enchantment nor observe times. So, though the other two are pretty common, I really wanted to highlight eating rare beef, because you have many babes in the truth who feel that though they're eating a clean meat such as beef, they can still have it rare or medium rare or blue rare. No, that is a gourmet of Satan. You are to fully cook the meat. The Most High says we are not to eat blood. Now, continuing on in this precept, the Most High says, neither shall we use enchantment nor observe times. So, what is a way of using enchantment? Well, we use enchantment unknowingly or knowingly through the practice of New Age spiritualism and the profaneness of metaphysics. Yes, I said that correctly. The profaneness of metaphysics with New Age spiritualism. So a lot of people use enchantment to get things that they desire that are outside of the will of the Most High. Law of attraction, the practice of the law of attraction, that is profane knowledge. Though you can use that concept righteously, for the whole part, it is used unrighteously because it's used for vanity. It's used for the gain of vanity. So some prime examples of using enchantment are the mantras that are learned through the New Age spiritual practice of the quote unquote law of attraction. That's making affirmations that aren't relative to any scripture whatsoever. These are your own affirmations that you developed out of your own vain desires. That is using enchantment. When you speak things into existence unrighteously or in the veil of vanity, you are using enchantment. If you're going to use any of that power, it must be within the will of Yah, because Yah created it. The Most High created such practices that New Age spiritualism has made profane with vanity and the worship of idols. Same goes with horoscopes. Many people speak enchantments by the way of horoscopes, which are devils, right? They do the same thing by reading their horoscope or trying to speak an enchantment on another individual to tell them how they should be because of their horoscope. All of that is manipulation and observing of times. It's witchcraft, right? So that falls into the line of the most common forms of enchantment and observing of times. Those are the most common: horoscopes and New Age spiritual practices, which are all witchcraft, right? It's all witchcraft. You must avoid it. And if you're doing it, you must repent and cast it away from you. That's what you need to do. Because these same common transgressions, mashpaka, listen to me. These same common transgressions that we are covering are the main reasons why you're hearing all this death and destruction that's happening in the world. These are the common offenses that lead to death and destruction that we know of today. Continuing forward. Another common transgression is strange hair and beard styles. You heard that right. Strange hair and beard styles. What does the Most High say about that? Leviticus 19:27. Ye shall not round the corners of your heads, neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard. So we're speaking to the Akim here. Many of the haircuts today are considered strange to the Most High and a transgression against his conduct. I'll say it again. Many of the popular haircuts today are considered strange to the Most High, and they are a transgression against his conduct. JGD, that's exactly where I was about to go. Those bald fades, right? Any type of those fades that you have where you have baldness on the sides of your head is a strange haircut to the Most High. However you get your hair cutted to where you have baldness on the sides of your head, it is a strange haircut. It is a strange haircut. You are not to be getting your hair cut like that as a man of Yah. If you have any hairstyle to where the skin of your scalp is shown, like no hair is there whatsoever, you get a bald fade, you damn near shave it all off, all the sides of your head, and and you have whatever's going on at the top. That is indeed a strange haircut. The Most High said what in Leviticus 19:27? He said, ye shall not round the corners of your heads, neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard. Listen, if you're going to get a haircut, or if you're going to get any type of close haircut on the sides of your heads, a level 1 is as low as you should go. I repeat, a level 1 is as low as you should go on those clippers. Because with a level 1, you still have some hair there. There's hair still there. But if it's a bald fade and you got whatever's going on at the top, you are indeed rocking a haircut that the Most High considers strange. And it is a transgression. You are breaking commandment. Now, some of you all may take that some type of way because you feel that you can still do it and that Jesus pardoned it. Well, you're wrong. You're wrong. You are abusing grace if you know this, yet you still do it. Same with your beard. You rocking goatees, or you're putting some type of design in your beard instead of just letting it be. That is a strange style to the Most High. He says here in Leviticus 19:27, ye shall not round the corners of your heads, neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beards. So again, you can trim your beard. That's what I do. I trim mine. I keep it low. Just for my professional duties out in the world, I keep it low. I don't grow it all the way out. You can trim it, but you can't destroy it to where you're cutting into it or parting inside of it to where you're down to the skin. It's cool to keep it trimmed and neat, but you can't cut into it to where you got designs going on or you're shaving it. Same with your head. The Most High considers these strange. And if you have this and he returns, you're in bad shape. The minute Mashiach returns and you got a strange haircut on, a strange beard on, you in bad shape. Especially if you've already known this. A level 1 is as low as you should go, because with a level 1, you still have hair there. It's not completely destroyed. Let's go to the next common transgression. Getting tattoos and plastic surgery. This is another common transgression. What did the Most High say about this? Leviticus 19, Verse 28. Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am Yahweh. So if you claim to love God, if you claim to love God, if you claim to be righteous, if you claim to be doing the will of the Father, if you claim to love Yahweh Shahamashiach, you have no business getting any tattoos. If you already have tattoos that are on you from your folly, get no more. Don't get any more. If you don't have the money to get them removed, don't get any more. But if you still continuing to get tattoos after you've already come into the knowledge of the Most High, yet you're trying to profess his will, you're a hypocrite. And this is indeed another transgression that are getting people cut off or destroyed. Now, I'm telling you all this to save your life. I don't give a damn about how you feel about it. Many of you need to hear this because it is to save your life and to keep you out of harm's way, to know these things and to put them into practice, because this is why you see the death and destruction of many people in the world today. JGD coming with it this Shabbat. He says, Khan, and people out here saying it's okay if it glorifies the Most High or a Bible verse or something. Correct. It is foolishness. It is double-mindedness. The Most High said what here in Leviticus 19:28? He says, ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am Yahweh. He said any marks. So it doesn't matter if you're putting a Bible verse on your skin or if you're putting anything else to represent the Most High on your skin. You're still in error. So yeah, that's a common fallacy that is pushed as an excuse to break this commandment. That is a common folly. You'll have preachers and pastors who will misinform genuine people who have knowledge of this and who may be inquisitive about this. You have pastors and preachers who will say this very thing that JGD pointed out. Oh yeah, if you're glorifying God, you can go ahead and do it. Nah, they're trying to send you to hell. They're going to hell and they're trying to send you to hell with them. That's what that's about. And again, everything we're listing here is why you see so much death and destruction upon the earth. People facing all type of destruction in their lives and people just getting cut off because of these common transgressions. We know the wages of sin is death. So these transgressions are sins. They're common and they equate to why you see so much death and destruction. They equate to that. So again, if you feel any type of way about this, this is to save your life. This is to save you from having to experience any type of trouble because you've offended the Most High, because you decide to be disobedient and rebellious instead of obedient. Now, what else? Here in Leviticus 19:28, he says, you should not make cuttings in your flesh for the dead. That's that plastic surgery many people are getting, because all that plastic surgery is for the dead. It's for vanity. We know vanity is death. Anything of the flesh is death, as Aksha'al stated in Romans chapter 8. Anything of the flesh is related to death. That's why you're hearing about these sisters that are dying on the operating table from getting BBLs. The Most High is not playing. He is killing these sisters who are getting underneath the knife for vanity, for vanity of whoredom, for that matter, because they want a more voluptuous behind, right? They want a more voluptuous behind, so they go under the knife and get those injections, and now they're dying on the table. And then they're having these botched surgeries as well, to where they're going to in these other countries, they're not even real doctors. Some of these people doing these plastic surgery operations or these BBLs aren't even real doctors, and they're putting all type of foreign agents in the bodies of these women. But that's the craze of plastic surgery right now, BBLs. And the Most High has been killing sisters for getting those. Now, here's the ironic thing about it. All you sisters who are going to get these BBLs, the Most High has already given you the natural genetics to build that naturally. That's the ironic thing about it. The Most High has already given you the natural genetics to build that naturally. So why are you even going under the knife and getting cuttings in your flesh for the dead? That's the ironic thing about it. See, y'all are listening to all the ideologies of Babylon, because it was those who are given over completely to Babylon who had the money to do plastic surgery. Those celebrities, they're the ones who made it a little bit more popular. You know, before the BBLs, you had what do they call them? I can't even think about it. It's been so long. It's been so long ago. When they get the breast enhancements, that's what used to be a thing about 20 years ago. The breast enhancements. All that still goes into getting cuttings into your flesh for the dead. Now, having reconstruction surgery, that's another thing. If it's for a necessity to fix an injury, that's completely different. But if you're getting it for vanity alone, you are in error. And then that's why you've been hearing about so many sisters dying on the operation table from these BBLs, because they are breaking the commandment of Leviticus 19:28. Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am Yahweh. Now, either some people got offended and they didn't want to hear it anymore, or YouTube is playing with the numbers. Be sure to wipe your feet at the mat and click the like button to let YouTube know that you're enjoying the content and you're actually learning, because I can't tell. They always play with the numbers. On my end, it looked like a few people got offended. If they did, oh well, let them go ahead and go on to their own death and destruction, because this is indeed to save your life. This is indeed to save your life. I'm not telling you this just to tell you this. I'm informing you and blowing the trumpet on the matter. What else is a common transgression? The encouragement of whoredom and fornication. Oh yeah. Yeah, whoredom and fornication runs amok. We already know. But let's see what the Most High says about it. Leviticus 19, verse 29. Do not prostitute thy daughter, to cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall into whoredom and the land become full of wickedness. So those who are unlearned and really don't have the in-depth spiritual knowledge to discern the Most High's commandments, when it says do not prostitute your daughter, it's not just talking about your offspring. Okay? It's not just talking about your offspring. It's stating the importance of the matter. So your daughter, and what the Most High is speaking here, can be your sister or your actual daughter. Now, prostituting your daughter is exposing her to matters of whoredom. Your actual seed, right? Your daughter, your offspring. That's teaching her the ways of whoredom and exposing her to whoredom, allowing her to practice whoredom or being exposed to the influence of whoredom, right? That goes to your offspring. Now, as far as your sister, prostituting your sister is the girlfriend boyfriend thing. Yeah, that is indeed fornication. Nowhere in the scriptures did the Most High mention a girlfriend or you being a woman's boyfriend. That is confusion of Babylon. Whatever woman that you have interest in, you are engaged for a marriage. In the eyes of the Most High, you are in an engagement for marriage. That's what that is. It's not a girlfriend, boyfriend. Or if what's another way of prostituting one of your sisters? Influencing her to leave her man to deal with you, or dealing with her while she has a man. All of that is prostituting. It's advocating prostitution. It's advocating whoredom and fornication. Yeah, all of that falls into the same category. It is all profane to the Most High. All things should be done decently and in order. You should be taking your time to get to know a woman. You shouldn't be dealing with her after she done left her man or anything like that. All of that is fornication and adultery. We're going to get further into that. You're going to see the context of that as I go further into the scriptures here. Leviticus 20, verse 10. And the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and adulteress shall surely be put to death. And again, this is not my words. For all of you who's been listening to me since day one, I do not advocate any of my own opinions or thoughts on this content. Everything is strictly from the Bible. And that's how it should be. Nor do I sugarcoat anything, because I'm not worried about anybody's feelings. I'm worried about delivering the message of the Most High as he has instructed me to do. I fear the Most High. I don't fear anybody's feelings. I fear the Most High, because if being a messenger of the Most High, if you deliver this message the wrong way, you become responsible. You acquire blood on your hands for trying to save people's feelings in the message. I hope y'all get that. And I am not going to be charged up by the Most High for any of you. I am not going to lose my life by the way of the Most High for any of you. I'm going to tell you directly how it is. So for all my day ones that are here today and been able to let the wickedness bleed out from the stuff we covering, may the Most High bless you all. May the Most High continue to bless you all and exalt y'all in y'all situations and circumstances, whatever it may be. But this is the raw and unfiltered truth of Yah. The Most High takes fornication and whoredom very seriously. And again, it is another reason why we see so much death and destruction in the world. Whoredom and fornication is indeed another common transgression that is leading to the destruction and loss of life of many people. The Most High is not playing. I just got to let y'all know that the Most High is not playing with anybody. What's another common transgression? Eating organics that don't come from a seed. Yes, eating organics, right? Stuff that grows naturally, but it doesn't come from a seed. What did the Most High say about this? Genesis chapter 1, verse 29. And Yah said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat. So fruits and vegetables, any type of plant matter that has grown from a seed, the Most High says we can eat that. But all these other naturally grown organics that man has decided is edible, it's a transgression. What does that go into? More commonly, mushrooms. Mushrooms are not to be eaten. If you're eating mushrooms, you're practicing witchcraft because it's going outside of the established order of what we should eat as far as organic material. JGD says, Khan, I was convicted of the sea moss too, also cause it's a living thing from the sea and has no scales. Well, yeah, see, sea moss, that doesn't grow from seeds. It is a spore. It grows from spores. So it's almost like a mushroom, because a mushroom grows from spores as well. So it's a similar organic as mushrooms. Yes, sea moss isn't to be eaten. If you look up the origins of sea moss and you really see who the people were who made it a thing to eat it, they weren't Israelites. The people who made sea moss a thing to eat, they weren't Israelites. And I'll leave it as that. We were already told not to follow the ways and customs of the people of the land that didn't have a direct order or establishment as the Israelites did, because they know not Yah like the Israelites did. So when you look into that, even with mushrooms, you look into the history of mushrooms, again, it was the people who made it a thing weren't Israelites. So why are we eating these foods? Because, hey, we're just following the customs of the people. We're following the customs of the Gentiles. That's why we're eating mushrooms, and that's why we're eating sea moss. Gentiles taught that practice. And whatever health benefits they're getting from it, it's an act of witchcraft, it's sorcery, because the Most High didn't appoint for us to eat these things. I'll read it again. Genesis chapter 1, verse 29. Genesis is indeed Torah. It is the law. So we're going to the law to establish this. The Most High said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed. So a seed has to be planted in the soil. Right? A seed has to be planted in the soil. Mushrooms grow anywhere the spore settles at. It grows on wood. It can grow on the ground too. It can also grow on feces. Mushrooms, yeah. Mushrooms grow on feces. But the Most High said he's given us every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. So that's fruits and nuts, right? Because nuts can be considered a fruit because it grows from a tree. He says, these things that come from a seed shall be meat to you. He didn't say anything about no spores or fungus, because that's what mushrooms are. Mushroom is a fungus. That is an unclean thing to eat. You're eating fungus when you're eating mushrooms. Fungus. And sea moss is damn near like mold and mildew from the sea. Just like the moss that grows on trees and stuff, we're not supposed to eat that neither. So it's a cousin of that. All that grows from microscopic spores, not seeds. Mold and mildew grows from spores, not seeds. So these things that grow from spores organically are all in the same family. They're funguses. And who taught us to eat these things? It wasn't the prophets. The Most High didn't tell us to eat these things. But the people of the other nations who didn't have such a direct closeness to the Most High, they're the ones who made it popular. Yet you have people who consider themselves Israelites, who know that they're Israelites, who advocate law, statutes, and commandments. You still have them. Hey, you can eat this sea moss here. Hey, you can eat these mushrooms. I put mushrooms in my dinner today. No, you're in folly. You're in error. Because the Most High didn't tell us to eat those things. Repent and fix your diet. Repent and fix what you call food. Because what you're calling food and what you're sharing with other Israelites isn't food. It is a transgression. What's another common transgression that's leading to death and destruction of many people? Imposing and mimicking oppression. Yeah. Imposing and mimicking oppression. What does the Most High say about it? Leviticus chapter 25, verse 17. Ye shall not therefore oppress one another, but thou shalt fear thy Elohim, for I am Yahweh, your Elohim. How do you oppress one another? Yeah, we're gonna keep it within our community, because I can only speak for my community on this. We oppress each other by not supporting our businesses. That's how we oppress each other. We oppress each other by not supporting each other when we have businesses established. That's oppression. We oppress each other when we rip each other off too. That's oppression. Right? Hidden licks, scamming, all that is oppression. You're practicing ways of oppression to get over and to capitalize off of somebody else's misfortune. That's oppression. What else did the Most High say about this? We'll go through the words of Malak Shalamah. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. Many of y'all choose the ways of the oppressor, right? You envy the oppressor because you want the things of your oppressor. Let's be real about it. You want the things of your oppressor. You want to live where your oppressor live. You want to follow the customs of your oppressor. You want to dance like a dancing monkey to your oppressor. And therefore, when you do that, you also practice oppression against your own people in many ways, because you assimilated your mind and your practices and your customs to the way of oppression. Yeah, I see more people either got offended or YouTube playing with the numbers. This is for your life. And I'm going to tell you exactly how it is as the scriptures have written it and related to what's going on today as I know it. So the Most High says, envy thou not the oppressor and choose none of his ways. That's what the Most High has directly told Yasharallah. He told that to Yasharallah here in Proverbs 3:31. He also told that to us here in Leviticus 25:17. What's another common transgression? Worshiping money, celebrities, and other idols. Yeah, Mashiach spoke about this. Book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve Yah and Mammon. Yeah. So many people worship money, they worship celebrities, and they have their own idol gods that they serve. And then they want to call themselves Christian and go to church. Well, yeah, their professing of being a Christian and going to church is all just routine and a show for other people. It's for their own individual image. Because these same people who call themselves Christian and go to church on Sunday are serving Mammon. They're not serving the Most High God. They have their own God. Their God is Mammon. That going to church and professing to be a Christian is just a part of their image of the world. That's how that goes there. What else is a common transgression? Putting your purpose above Yah. Now, specifically for Yasharallah, anytime you put your purpose or whatever it is that you love to do as your purpose, and your purpose isn't serving Yah first, you're in error. What did the Most High say? This is Leviticus chapter 25, verse 55. For unto me the children of Israel are servants. What did the Most High say? He said, for unto me the children of Israel are servants. So if you're a descendant of Yasharallah and you're calling yourself anything other than a servant of Yahweh, you are in folly. You put whatever your career is first above Yahweh, you're in folly. You putting whatever it is that you do well over serving the Most High Yahweh, you're in folly. The Most High said it here. For the children of Israel are servants. They are my servants. I'll read that again. Leviticus chapter 25, verse 55. For unto me the children of Israel are servants. They are my servants, whom I brought forth out the land of Egypt. I am Yahweh, your Elohim. So there you have it. If you're a descendant of Yasharallah, your purpose is to be a servant of Yahweh, not your job, not your profession, not your career, not your status, not whatever it is you think it is in your own mind. No, your purpose is to be a servant of Yahweh. That's what your existence is for. And if you're not walking in that purpose, you're in error. It don't matter what achievements you've obtained. You're in error and your days are numbered. Because the Most High is not playing. Therefore, you're abusing grace with this mentality. And again, this is why so much death and destruction is known upon the earth. What's another common transgression? Wearing mixed fabrics Wearing mixed fabrics. Let's look into it. Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 11. Thou shalt not wear a garment of diverse sorts, as of woolen with linen together. So this is something that's not widely known, but it's best to just have cotton and linen clothing. I repeat, it is best to just have cotton and linen clothing, because Babylon has all type of diverse materials out here in the clothes that they make. And a lot of these clothes that they make are diverse as such. They got two different fabrics blended together, like polyester and nylon, or nylon and cotton. They blend all that together, and that is a transgression of the Most High's conduct. In Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 11, he says, thou shalt not wear a garment of diverse sorts, as of woolen and linen together. So you all need to make an effort to wear cotton, linen, or woolen clothing. Woolen more so for the winter months, but cotton and linen for all the other seasons of the year. Those are the best fabrics for your skin, by the way, especially linen. We should be doing our due diligence to make sure that our clothing is acceptable to the Most High, because this is a common transgression that is either done willfully or unknowingly. And this is another reason why you shouldn't be addicted to all these different name brand clothing, because they put a whole bunch of abominable stuff in the making of their clothing. Now, this next transgression is directly to Yasharallah. This one's directly for Yasharallah. Now, many of you may get cut by this, but I don't care. I have to deliver this message accordingly, and I am not getting in any type of trouble for any of you all's feelings. I'm not getting in trouble with the Most High for any of you. The refusal to wear fringes. Yeah, this is a common transgression among Yasharallah. The refusal to wear fringes. The Most High says, thou shalt make thee fringes upon the four quarters of thy vesture, wherewith thou coverest thyself, in Deuteronomy 22, verse 12. So there's many Israelites who know they're Israelites that just refuse to wear any type of fringes. Here's the thing. At minimum, you should be wearing fringes. You should be wearing fringes every Shabbat, Eve, and Shabbat, at minimum. As an Israelite, at minimum. I understand wearing them every day can be a little excessive. I understand that. But if you have the ability and you really want to, and it's in your desire to wear them every day, there's nothing wrong with that. But not wearing any at all is a problem. It's a problem. Especially if you say you're an Israelite and you don't own any fringes, or at least have some tassels that you can wear, you need to fix that, because the Most High has required it. He's required of it. He's acquired of it. It's acquired to all descendants of Israel to wear fringes or tassels at the very least. Every Shabbat, at least. You should have, right now, any Israelite listening to this, you better have some fringes on or some tassels. And if you don't, you need to repent, ask Yah to provide you a way to get some fringes or some tassels. There's no reason why you should be an awakened Israelite and you don't own any fringes. And you're not wearing them, at least on the Shabbat. You're going off if you're not wearing fringes. If you're not wearing fringes whatsoever, you're opposed to wearing them, and you're an Israelite, you're going to hell off. You need to have some because the Most High said so. At minimum, you should be wearing them every Shabbat so that your mind is focused on keeping this day holy, as the Most High has said about the Sabbath. Because that's the whole intention of wearing fringes, is to have you be mindful of the laws, statutes, and commandments. Let's get that real quick. I didn't even have this as part of the lesson, but by the Spirit, it's popped up. We're going to go to it in Numbers. The book of Numbers, chapter 15 and verse 38. The Most High says, "Speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations." So that means you should have fringes. Your children should have fringes. Your children's children should have some fringes, and their children's should have fringes. And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue. So not only are you supposed to have these fringes, you're also supposed to have a ribbon of blue with these fringes. Verse 39, "And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of Yahweh and do them, and that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which ye used to go a-whoring. That ye may remember and do all my commandments, and be holy unto your Elohim. I am Yahweh your Elohim, which brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your Elohim. I am Yahweh your Elohim." So I know moving in this Babylonian society, sometimes it's not always possible to wear our fringes, especially in the workplace or whatever work you do. Sometimes you just can't wear them. But you should at least be wearing them on the Shabbat. Because the Shabbat, we are commanded to keep holy. So therefore, if you're wearing them on the Shabbat, you're more mindful to keep the Shabbat holy as an Israelite. So again, if you're an Israelite, you know you're an Israelite, and you don't own any fringes or any tassels at the very minimum, you need to get some. You need to be wearing them. Your children should have some and wearing them, etc., 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 throughout all your generations. You should own some fringes. There's no excuse. No excuses whatsoever on that. But yeah, I see plenty of Israelites who claim they know they're Israel, but they don't own any fringes, nor do they wear fringes. And that's just going off. That's going off. You Israelites doing that, y'all need to repent and fix that. Because you're willfully being disobedient to the Most High. If you're aware of this and you're not wearing them, you're willfully being disobedient. You need to fix that. So some of you Israelites don't wear them because you're worried about what other people may think. You're fearing the opinions of man over the opinion of the Most High, or the fact of the Most High, should I say. You're fearing the opinions and judgment of other people over the Most High. You don't want to wear fringes because you're worried about what other people may think. You're worried about the judgment of other people. Whoa. Whoa. Next and final common transgression we're going to cover are pagan holidays and birthdays. Yeah, pagan holidays and birthdays. If you're celebrating these holidays of Babylon, you're in error. If you're celebrating your birthday in any manner, you're in error. Let's get to it. Exodus chapter 20, verses 3 through 5. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I am Yahweh the Elohim, a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children of the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. When you celebrate these pagan holidays, you're bowing down to the gods and the deities that the Gentiles have placed for those holidays. There you are. There you are. That's exactly what you're doing. It's idolatry to celebrate these pagan holidays, because in each one of these pagan holidays, some defiled deity is reverenced. What else the Most High say about these pagan holidays? Amos chapter 5, verse 21. I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. Verse 22, though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them, neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts. So yeah, a lot of self-proclaimed Christians that celebrate these pagan holidays, they like to bless the food that they cooked in honor of that holiday, or they use the excuse, oh, I'm just getting together with my family and friends. No, you're celebrating paganism. You're just using that as a cop-out to enjoy the paganism. You cannot replace a pagan holiday with the fact of getting together with family and friends. You all are coming together. You are coming together underneath paganism. You can't restructure it or try to rephrase it as just getting together with family and friends. No, you all are coming together to reverence that holiday. That's why you all are together, because of the reverence of that pagan holiday. There's no way around it. You are honoring the gods of the Gentiles. JG says, Khan, this is one so-called believers just don't want to let go. Yeah, and that's why they're being destroyed. That's why they're having all type of bad stuff happen in their life. And then that's why they're seeing each other die. Because of this. They don't want to let it go. And then they face these repercussions and these misfortunes, and they don't understand why. They start praying to God. And it's God that's doing it, because you're being a fool out here with these pagan holidays. The Most High is doing that to you. The Most High is doing all that to you for your ignorance and rebellion of serving these other gods that are reverenced on these holidays. That's why you're having problems in your family. That's why your children are being affected in certain manners. That's why you're being affected in certain manners, because y'all can't let go of this paganism. Y'all want to try to mix this paganism with the Most High. The Most High said he's not smelling your burnt offerings. He's not smelling none of that food that you offer, and you try to pray to him. And a lot of times that food that y'all offer, right, that food that y'all offer in pagan worship of these holidays, it be abominable foods on that table. Got swine and rabbit and coon and all sorts of defiled and disgusting meats on that table that you trying to bless. You call yourself praying over it. No, that's going to lead to you having cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, and cholesterol, and other afflictions and ailments, because you think you can establish your own righteousness outside of what the Most High said. Whoa. Whoa. What'd he say? What he say? Amos 5:23. Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs, for I will not hear the melody of thy vows. But he says here, but let judgment run down as waters and righteousness as a mighty stream. So because you all celebrate those pagan holidays, the Most High allows judgment to run down as waters. That's why you hear about all this crime and violence that shoots up on these days. That's the Most High allowing judgment to run down like waters. That's why all that crime and violence peaks on holidays. The Most High delivers judgment for your disobedience. That's why all that stuff happens. If you don't know, now you know. Repent and stop celebrating those holidays. It don't matter what your family says. It don't matter what your friends says. The hell with what they say. What did the Most High say? You're going to fear your family and friends over the Most High? That is a very unwise thing to do. That is a very unwise thing to do, to put the opinion of your family and friends over the fact of the Most High's words. You are asking to be afflicted when you do things like that. You are abusing grace, and you're making yourself guilty of the blood of our Messiah when he got sacrificed on the cross. You're making yourself guilty of the blood. You're making yourself guilty. You become one of the murderers of the Yahweh when you choose to go the opposite direction in these follies. Now these birthdays, Jeremiah 20:14. Cursed be the day wherein I was born. Let not the day wherein my mother bare me be blessed. So we know that birthdays is a form of idolatry. You're worshiping yourself with a birthday. And the Most High said you should not put any other gods before him. Newsflash. Many of you make yourself your own God on your birthday. And some of you have slick ways of still celebrating your birthday without saying it's your birthday. And y'all are in error for doing that too. Oh, I'm just thankful for another year, so I'm gonna go do this and do that because I'm thankful for another year being on earth. No, you're celebrating your birthday. You're celebrating your birthday. See, that's the sinful heart. That's the wickedness of your own heart that makes you do such a thing. When you know that birthdays are wicked, but then you find a way to maneuver around actually calling it a celebration of your birthday to do something to enjoy the time you've been here on earth. JGD says, con. And then they do witchcraft, blowing candles, making wishes. Oh, yeah, all of that's wicked. And here's the thing. If you look into the Satanic Bible, just research it. I'm not telling y'all to go buy the Satanic Bible. I'm not telling you all to go buy the Satanic Bible and read it, because many of you aren't even on that spiritual level to do that. Many people who are listening right now aren't even that spiritual level to handle the Satanic Bible accordingly without being adversely affected by it. Just research it online and look up the importance of birthdays in the Satanic Bible. And it'll show you that according to Satanists, birthdays are the highest of their holidays. Birthdays are the highest of their holidays because it is worship of yourself. And that's Hashatan's main commandment: do as thou wilt. Do whatever you want to do. That's Hashatan's only rule. Do whatever you want to do. Do as thou wilt. Right? So if you know that Satanists are celebrating something, how are you celebrating it too as a believer? Make that make sense. It's hypocrisy. It's double-mindedness. It's a recipe for death and destruction. What did the prophet Jeremiah say? Cursed be the day when I was born. Let not the day wherein my mother bare me be blessed. So he's not telling you to physically or utterly curse that day. He's just saying not to pay any regard to it. That's what he's saying. You shouldn't be having any type of joy or celebration of the day you was born. You can only have one birthday, by the way, and that was the day you came out your mother's womb. So no matter how many years pass by that, it's not your birthday anymore. You're vainly celebrating it when you call it your birthday, and you're doing all these other things in honor of the day you came out the womb. Celebrating your birthday is a form of idolatry. You're making yourself your own God. You're worshiping yourself, and you're going against the Most High. So in a nutshell, to review, I'm going to list all of the common transgressions that are leading to all of the death and destruction that we are witnessing here on this world. Gossip, not honoring the elderly, eating rare beef, strange hair and beard styles, getting tattoos and plastic surgery, the encouragement of whoredom and fornication, eating organics that don't come from a seed, imposing and mimicking oppression, worshiping money, celebrities, and other idols, putting your purpose above Yah, wearing mixed fabrics, refusal to wear fringes as an Israelite, and celebrating pagan holidays and birthdays. These are the main transgressions that are commonly offensive to the Most High. And if you're doing them, I urge you to repent and correct your folly. I hope this was very edifying. I hope those who were cut by this message allowed that wickedness to bleed out and are further encouraged to be closer to the Most High and to take this as edification for your own knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Have a blessed Shabbat, and may peace, serenity, and prosperity be multiplied unto you all. Shalom.